Thanks, Frank. It's a day that's been 150 years in the making. Thousands of people descending on our nation's capital to celebrate a very special Canada Day tomorrow. Joining me live from Ottawa this morning is Mayor Jim Watson with more on how the Capitol will be painted red and white. Jim, thanks so much for making time for us. So how long have you guys been planning for this particular weekend?
We started actually about 4 or 5 years ago because we didn't want to just have a celebration on July 1st. We do that really well every year, and this year is going to be even bigger and better, and lots of big names coming, everyone from Bono to Nelly Furtado. But we want to have attract a lot of different events, and already this year we've had the Juno Awards, we had the Davis Cup, the Canadian Figure Skating Championships. Red Bull Crashed Ice would attracted 40,000 people, including the Prime Minister and his whole family, to see these skaters go down by the Rideau Canal and the Chateau Laurier at 70 kilometers an hour. And July 1st tomorrow obviously is the cap of the first half of the year, but the second half we've got the Grey Cup because we're the defending Red Blacks Grey Cup champions. We've got an NHL Outdoor Classic which celebrates the 100th anniversary of the very first NHL game that took place in Ottawa between the Senators and the Canadians. And there's about 200 other events for the rest of the year. So if your viewers are not able to come down tomorrow for the big party, come the rest of the year because there's, as I said, about 200 more different events, big and small, taking place in the nation's capital.
Jim, it sounds like when New Year's rolls around, you're going to need a good sleep.
Yeah, no, it's been an exciting couple of months. Obviously, we're very proud of the program that's been put together. We're here in the Byward Market. Right behind me is Inspiration Village, which is an amazing collection of sea containers that have been turned into mini pavilions. We've got tomorrow, or July 2nd, a picnic on the bridge. We're taking over one of the interprovincial bridges between Gatineau and Quebec and Ottawa and putting sod down and having a picnic for 2,400 people. The two premiers are meeting in the middle of the bridge and having a picnic lunch with the Mayor of Gatineau and myself. We've got some amazing events coming up. This thing called La Machine. It's really hard to describe. If your viewers go to La Machine, Ottawa, and Google it or put it in YouTube, it's this gigantic spider and a dragon walking down in front of Parliament Hill at the end of July. We've got the first look at our underground light rail system through a program called Continuum, an amazing sound and light show, free of charge. A lot of these events are free of charge. And we've got new museums that are opening, the Bank of Canada Currency Museum, History Hall at the Canadian Museum of History, and the beautiful National Arts Centre is going to open up with Prince Charles flipping the ribbon tomorrow. I was there last night for the Governor General's Performing Arts Awards. We honored Michael Bublé, Martin Short, Michael J. Fox. It was really quite an evening.
Sounds like it. Mayor Watson, we do know that there have been some protests, specifically from Indigenous groups. Do you expect more tomorrow?
Well, you know, I think what's happened is the Great Canadian Compromise. Our First Nations, who we obviously honor and respect because we're on their land, have had their teepee moved right next to the stage in a place of honor. And my hope is that everyone respects their rights and they respect everyone else's rights to have a really fun and patriotic experience in Parliament Hill. And we've worked, for instance, in Ottawa with the Algonquin Nation. We have very good relationships with the Algonquins, and we've programmed a lot of different events to celebrate First Nations, the Inuit community. We have the largest Inuit community in southern Canada right here in Ottawa, and we're proud of that.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning. Mayor Jim Watson, Ottawa. It's going to be a big, fun weekend. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, and happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.